Hello and welcome to the channel. Bob Sales this time's next year. So just a quick VV video on what's been going on in the market, what's been going on with the drops, what's been going on with the decon drops, and everything else to include. So let's get on with it. So we've just had the new comic drop, Tarzan of the Apes. I have brought the common and uncommon because I still have one pending order. So I didn't actually get the common or the uncommon, I brought them off the market. I could probably have got them a bit lower at this point, but I wanted to get some anyway. Right, so let me show you something. So right now I can buy. So I can buy off the market right now. Let me see if I can find one to buy first. Still got a buy now button, right? I haven't bought anything yet. I've still got a buy now button. Now look, now I've got max limit reached even though I haven't brought anything yet. So the way to fix this is by closing the app, restarting the whole thing, and then go again, and then you should be able to snipe again. But this one was definitely a bit of a weird drop. I think most people, judging by the streams what are going on at the minute by VEVE, I'm normally always in VEVE stream for the drops. But judging by the feed, everyone got one drop. No one got more than two. And if they did get more than two, it was on two different devices. The other thing I wanted to say about this drop is the covers. Now, I'm not sure if I like that they've done 4 the same covers for 4 different rarities, just by changing the colour. Now, is that laziness on VEVE's part, or do people like these covers? Please leave your answer in the comments. Do you like these covers being 4 the same covers? Or would you prefer 4 different covers like the Star Wars comic, for instance? I prefer the 4 different covers. Now, as you can see by the screen, the edition sizes were different. They were half the size. So sometimes we get a 10,000, sometimes we get a 30,000. With the exception of Star Wars, because that was just way too high. But at the same time, it sold like crazy, so you can't say it was too high. But because of this, most people got one on drop. So that should keep the prices up a little bit for this comic. Now everyone's saying it's a DC comic. It is a DC comic. As you can see, they've removed the DC logo from the top where the issue 1 should be. Definitely be a DC logo at the top. Does this mean that we're never getting DC comics on VEVE? If you ask me, that's what I take from this. Surely if we were getting DC comics at any point, this would have been the first one if they released it. But at the same time, like I said before, it wasn't wrote by DC, it was just published by DC. But it's still a DC comic. For me, that's telling us that we're never going to get DC comics. Especially at this point, we're not getting DC comics. With HRO, they're probably watching that play out and thinking, well, maybe we could do our own comic book app. Or add it to HRO. So that's my thoughts on that anyway. The next comic drop is Captain Marvel. First appearance of Mrs. Marvel. Although I'm sure we already have a Mrs. Marvel comic in our app. Quite a nice cover. But again, you will notice there's 2 covers the same. Uncommon and common. That's normally the same. Whereas the secret rare, the rare and the ultra rare are all the same again. Just different colours. So is this VEVE's new trend for the comic book covers? Because I'm not sure I like having so many covers the same. What I do like though is its normal edition size. So I do like that. Possibility of getting a couple and drop. Now to be fair, I can't see this selling really high, but the cover might do it justice. The common, the uncommon. Yeah, the covers are not bad for this one. But again, I would prefer 5 different covers. As you can see by the picture, decon was well underway yesterday. It looked like a great event. Great fun to be at. Definitely made me want to get my tickets for the English one that's coming up. So I'm going to do that later on today. As you can see, the big main 2 at the front. And then you've got loads of content creators all around here. You've also got Rise Hyde in there. So you have Dino Lang, you've got Taps Trays, Randy Chavez, VEVE Magic. You've also got our whale hiding in the back there. So yeah, it looked like a great event from what I see. So the event definitely went very well yesterday. But let's talk about the drops. Did they go so well? So let's talk about the actual decon drops themselves. So with the decon drops themselves, they weren't bad drops, but they weren't overly exciting drops neither. As you can see by the rarities, they were actually kept fairly low. so that was a positive for them. Now, out of all the drops, I would say the shut up and paint one was the best one. Not just in looks, but definitely by edition sizes, but you probably weren't going to get that because it wasn't a blind box. Now, I've always liked the Camilla Rose Garcia Vulture. I've always liked that. I actually like the colouring on this one better. As the Superstar Money Boys would say, it's their colours. But again, what I will say is it's another copy of the same collectible we already have in the app, just different coloured, which is not the best way to go. So the box price was 99 gems for this one, which is kind of high, let's be honest. Let's have a look at the aftermarket price. So you pay 99 gems for this, instantly a day later selling it for 57 gems. Bearing in mind you got to pick which collectible you were going for this time, and you're still selling it under cost price. Now this is something I would just never understand, I really won't. Blind boxes are a bit different. You sometimes gamble for the secret rares, but honestly, why would you buy something what you know you're buying and then sell for half the price? It just don't make any sense. Let's have a look at the cabbage. Now I call it the cabbage because it does look like a cabbage, but let's for this instant call it the moonflower. So 77 gems for this one. That was way too expensive for this one. To me, it does just look like a cabbage with a face. As you can see here, it is not sold out. The buy now button is still there. You can still purchase this. So taking all that information in, let's have a look at the market price. So the market price is 27 gems. That is not good. Although I'm tempted to pick up that 991 free mint there. I'll leave it for now because I know there's another drop coming today, but that is potentially a good pickup right there. Even if you could sell it in the auction for 50 gems maybe because of the mint number. So you're still gaining. So that's easy gems, I would say. But because of the drop today, this price could fall yet. So yeah, from that, I gather a lot of people didn't like the cabbage or the cabbage price. And I can't say I blame them. I totally agree with that one. Moving on to the art themselves. Now I actually like the art. The art's not actually bad. It's way undervalued in the app right now. I mean, the art's pretty simplistic, I would say. The rabbits do make this artwork pretty interesting. So apparently all of this in here is rabbits. So the leaves are rabbit, water's rabbits, as you can see in between the waves, that's all rabbits. And there's two rabbits sat there watching all the rabbits. So that is very interesting to me. Bit more than just a picture. And as you can tell, you can't really see everything is rabbits till you have a proper close look. So I would say out of all the drops, 50 gems for the drop price as well, I would say this was probably my favourite one. Let's take a quick look at the aftermarket price. 38 gems. See, I'm surprised that's gone under already. But then we are getting a Harley Quinn later, so that could be why. But I do see both these pictures going over retail. Again, the other artwork was the same box price, 50 gems, which I like. And again, there is hidden rabbits in this artwork. So I do like that. Not as many as the last one, but I definitely think I prefer the other one. But nonetheless, hidden features there, I do like that. Now, Shut Up and Paint was 77 gems. This was probably the better one. Now, to me, it looks kind of like a minion. But I can't imagine the prices have gone crazy. No, so the prices is actually on 120 gems. So that's a $50 profit. That's not bad, but not great also. For this and the edition sizes, I expected more. So this could potentially be a good pickup. So all in all, I didn't actually go for the decon drop because I had a feeling that no matter which rarity you got, it would sell under value. To be fair, I think I was right mostly on that. I didn't expect the cabbage not to sell out, I'll be honest, but at the same time, I can understand why it didn't sell out. The box price, it looks like a cabbage. So yeah, not great. So the event itself definitely went better than the drops. So moving on from that, let's talk about Harley Quinn. Now there are plenty of other YouTube channels to talk about the drops that can do a way better description, way better detail than me. Old Rhubarb comes to mind, so VEVE and free. But the first obvious thing to point out here is just that top collectible. Just look at the eyes on that. That is not nice. Let's find her down here. So she's actually the rare there. Right, so that's a better picture there. Now we do know that VEVE sometimes do make mistakes with these collectibles and sometimes they are fixed. But at the same time, that is awful. I don't like the pose in the mouth, I don't like either eye, and that one red eye is definitely out of place. So this is the actual real physical collectible, and as I'm looking at it now, I can't see much different between the VEVE one, so maybe the VEVE one is accurate. The actual collectible itself is butt ugly. So moving on from the butt ugly, we will go to the common. So I'm actually looking at the common as the best one, which normally the common is. Let's take a look at this common. So that common's pretty sweet. Definitely not as ugly as the last one. Now I think all of these collectibles actually have physical statues with them. I won't go into too much detail, but the common is... So the common's 40 gems. The uncommon's 50. The rare is 70. And the ultra rare is 90. So not overly expensive, but the better variety definitely is asking for a different price. But the better varieties are definitely going to cost you a bit more money than the common, say. Although the common is definitely the best one there. So this one's definitely not going to be blind box format, as they all have different prices. Now the uncommon's pretty nice. That's the comic book style. I do like that one too. Now, I've got to be honest, that rare is just hideous. I would not buy that. So I'd avoid the rare. Now I do like the ultra rare. The ultra rare is pretty sweet. Now I do like the ultra rare. The ultra rare is pretty sweet. So this is actually series 3. The previous series don't really hold too much value, as much as I thought they would. So whether you should go for this drop or not, I can't really say. Now I am going to go for this drop, but I think I'm just going to go for the common, because the common's the better looking one. 100% on that one. But I'm still debating it, because it could just be an instant gem loss. Now I do think the additions are quite low for this one, so I do like that. As you can see there, that's the common additions for this one. But I think if I go for any, it's probably going to be the common. Mainly because it's 40 gems, it's the nicest one. So yeah, that would be my favourite. So let me know in the comments if you guys are going to go for this drop, or if I should avoid it like the plague. And if you are going for the drop, let me know which one you're getting. So I won't go into the market with too much detail right now. As you can see at the top there, 2.2k to 1.3k, and I've got more stuff. So that's not great. As you can see, prices are still going down. Now there is a couple of great pickups I spotted, what I did want to let you in for, because I'm running out of gems, so I actually can't pick up anything else for a little while. At least not till the next time I get paid again. I've already put in about 250 gems this month, so of clean gems as well. So I'm really not looking to put any more fresh money in this month. So if you've seen my videos before, you know I talk about this one a lot. I'm always watching the prices of comics I own. I do own this comic, so I've been watching it carefully. It went from $240 to now $113. There's only 30 for sale. So this, you can see the potential there. 113 gems to 188 in the one screen. So that is definitely a good pickup for someone right there. I would pick this up for myself, but I actually own 2 of these now, so I'm not going to do that. Now Avengers 47, again another one I've been watching quite regularly because I own this one. Floor starts at 26 gems and goes all the way up to 54. Now I paid 86 for mine, I think. So I paid really high for mine, but at the same time it was worth it at the time, and it looked like it was going to increase. Well, it did increase at one point. But as you can see, very thin floor, 34 there. And a lot of people brought in the same time I did. So a lot of people are holding till it gets back to that price, or over at least. So I think that's why we're seeing low listings with this one. But again, that could be a good buy. Now, I was lucky enough to get this one off the drop. First secret rare ever, and I probably won't ever get another one. But I've got to be honest, this could have been possibly the greatest one for me to get. Wolverine is my favourite character ever. So I was really happy with that one. Yeah, as I was saying, I was really happy with that one. As you can see, the floor price is 85 gems. Now that is so criminally low. That is so badly low. That should not be that low. No Wolverine cover should be that low, especially the secret rares. So that's potentially another pickup right there. So 85 to 150 all in the same floor. So that's definitely a potential pickup right there. Again, the Fallen Sun, ultra rare there. Great cover, Iron Man and Wolverine. All in colour, really nice cover. Imagine that on your vault wall. Now, there's not many listings on here at all. Starts from 25 gems. Now that is too cheap. This is an ultra rare with Wolverine and Iron Man on, and one of the greatest posed covers there is, and definitely one of the greatest poses in the covers there is. Now, if I had more gems, I would stack loads of these. I really would. As you can see there, 25 to 35 on the floor, but as you start climbing up, it does creep up from 35 to 70 in that little space there. So definitely potential for this one. May not grow as, may take a little while longer yet, but that could be a floor to pick up. I'll show you the Star Wars one next. Now this has not actually got up to any sort of high price in the real world or NFT world, but 4 different covers. The first comic book, I believe, with 4 rarities only. All 4 coloured covers, which I really like. We now know that the Obi-Wan show's just come out, and if you haven't watched it yet, that is a pretty good show. No spoilers, but that is a really good show. And these are definitely stackable right now. So the common's 4 gems. That is really stackable. I mean, there is quite a lot of editions for sale on the floor, so it's going to take a while for that to go up. But if you've got a spare couple of 100 gems, you could put it on this comic. I mean, the uncommon's 5 gems, so not much difference there. The rare's 15 gems right now. That's cheap. See, now I might actually have to buy that. I'll think about it and come back to that one. And the secret rare is 89. That is really cheap. Now that secret rare is definitely worth picking up for that price. So yeah, I'd definitely say this one's a good stackable comic here. At the minute, it's being treated like a $5 bin comic. Been cast aside. Now, the first Star Wars comic we got, absolutely, I wouldn't say grailed, but it grailed. In a sense. Done extremely well of all the comics. And I don't really know why this one's so underappreciated. Now, we've got 4 really nice covers, like I said, all different coloured covers. I think this comic should be worth more. So it's definitely worth stacking. And for 100 gems for the secret, 89 gems for the secret rare, that's crazy prices right there. So yeah, another potential pickup. Last one I'd like to show you is my collectibles favourite, the Avengers 4 comic. Now this one in the real world is a very high price comic. As you can see by the covers, they're actually really nice covers for this one too. I actually got a common and an ultra rare on the drop, so I'm quite happy with that. But if you've seen my collectibles, you know my collectibles channel. Surely if you're here, you probably know my collectibles is my favourite positive human being. And yes, I said bean. But he has definitely been stacking these covers. Now the common is still only 9 gems. That can definitely rise up by a lot yet. There's still 861 on the floor, so that's got a bit of time to let that play out. Also being cell walled like normal by the same old malarkey. Now the uncommon is only 9 gems, 10 gems. So that is not much higher. That is probably worth picking up too. Let's check out the rare. The rare's 17 gems, so the rare could be a good pickup. So all of these, I think from what I'm gathering right now, is all of these covers right now could be a good pickup. So as you're well aware by now, I'm a big fan of My Collectables and all the other YouTube streams, to be fair. As you can see, this was my first comic win off My Collectables. So big thank you for that, much appreciated. And I actually won another giveaway yesterday from My Collectables, another Star Wars comic. So I'm over the moon with that, really happy with that. Thank you so much, my brother. So to pass on the love, I'd like to give someone a HRO card. First person to comment your name, your HRO name under this video, put bobsales, this is my HRO name, will win the card. Good luck to all, and I hope you're the first person. So anyway, as always, I've been bobsales. This time next year, we will be millionaires. A peace.